What do you do when you pray and God says nothing? No sign, no answer, no direction, just silence. And the scary part is, you start wondering if he's even listening at all. Waiting is hard, but silence is different. Because at least in waiting, you still feel hope. But in silence, you start to feel alone. You check your life. Did I do something wrong? You question your faith. Is God ignoring me? There was a woman who understood this pain deeply. Her name was Hannah. She had one prayer, God, give me a child. But year after year, nothing happened. Imagine watching others receive what you've been praying for. Others having children, others celebrating. While you remained stuck, Hannah was mocked. She was broken. She cried constantly. And worst of all, God stayed silent. Some of you are Hannah right now, praying for marriage, financial breakthrough, healing, or direction, and heaven feels quiet. No signs, no answers, just tears. But one day, something changed. Not outside, but inside. Hannah stopped praying casually and started pouring out her soul. She cried. She surrendered. She gave everything to God. Not a perfect prayer, but a real one. And that's when heaven moved. Not when she started praying, but when she completely surrendered. God was never ignoring her. He was waiting for her to release control, trust fully, and let go completely. And suddenly, the same God who was silent answered. Hannah gave birth to Samuel. But here's the deeper truth. God didn't just give her a child, he gave her a prophet. Sometimes God's silence doesn't mean no. It means, I'm working. I'm preparing something bigger. Trust me, even when you don't hear me. If God has been silent in your life, this is your sign. He has not forgotten you. Your prayer is still active in heaven. Your story is still being written. Have you ever felt like you're shouting into an empty sky? You prayed, you believed, but all you heard back was a crushing silence. God said wait, but you didn't know the waiting would hurt this much. You didn't know it would feel like being forgotten. The rejection emails, the closed doors, the unanswered questions, each one feels like a weight pulling you deeper into the dark. You walk through the streets, surrounded by people, yet you've never felt more alone in your struggle. Why is the path so difficult? But look back into history. Thousands of years ago, a young man named Joseph stood in a vibrant field, dreaming of greatness. His dream didn't lead him to a palace. It led him to a pit, betrayed by his own blood and sold into a life he didn't choose. He spent years in chains, walking through the scorching heat of the desert, wondering where the God of his dreams had gone. Eventually he found himself in a cold, stone prison, forgotten, ignored, delayed. For 13 long years, Joseph waited in the dark. Maybe that's where you are today, in your own prison of circumstances, feeling like your life is on hold while the world moves on. But God doesn't waste a single moment of the wait. Under the soil, in the total darkness, a seed is not dying, it is growing. Joseph was being prepared. He was learning to manage in the prison so he could one day lead in the palace. His character was being forged. Then came the suddenly. In one day, the chains were broken. Pharaoh called, and the prisoner became the protector of a nation. The years of pain were not a delay. They were the requirement. God was building a man who could handle the weight of the blessing. Your weight is not a no. It is a forge. Like a blacksmith shaping glowing metal, God is shaping your soul into something unbreakable. Don't give up in the dark. The sun is coming. The breakthrough is closer than you think. Trust the author of your story. If you are waiting on God today, you aren't waiting alone. Type "I'm waiting on God" in the comments to declare your faith. Remember, your life is being written by the King of Kings, and his endings are always worth the wait.